Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. This is Matthew, aka the Nuclear Cyborg. Today is Tuesday, February 24th, and it is just after 3, about 5 minutes after 3 here on this afternoon. Again, thank you for clicking on this video. And in this video, I'm starting a new series here. I recently deleted 3 videos from my channel, if anybody cares, if anybody watches. Uh, One video was my favorite female fragrances, and 2 were had to do with what I call warm weather fragrances. And so I was just trying to see if I could do these better. Right now it is kind of cold here in Kentucky. So yesterday, the day before, I was trying to do a cold weather fragrance video, but I went through those videos to see which colognes I had gone through, but I had just gotten confused and just mixed up. It had been a while since I did the warm weather fragrances, so I don't know. It was just too long. I just couldn't get it straight in my head. So I was going to just restart and hopefully do everything better, or at least differently than I did last time. And if anybody cares, I know I've had one person that just recently reached out to me and subscribed. He said he liked my old channel. Let me give a quick shout out to King/Monday. Uh, he recently commented on one of my videos, the Super Cubes one. So if you want to go and check that one out too. But so thanks. I got 2 subscribers now on my new channel. But anyway, so like I said, I just wanted to go through and we're going to go through the women's fragrances that I like. Of course, I don't wear them. But if I found a girlfriend, she's out there somewhere. I believe that. I would believe a girl is out, for me, is out there somewhere. But this is what I would want her to wear. So that's what we're gonna do in this video, and then the next coming up couple of videos. So I have 23, if I got that right, 23 fragrances in my collection. So I'm gonna have to find a way to how to break those down. Maybe break them down by 5. Except maybe the last video where I do 7. I don't know. We'll have to see how I break those down. But right now, this video is going to be all about the women's fragrances that I like, what I want my woman, when I find her, to wear. So that's what's coming up next. Thanks for clicking on this video, and without further ado, let's get right into those women fragrances. Okay, guys, let's jump right into this. Now, one of the things I want to point out first is that one of the things I want to try to do differently than last time is that I'm not going to read out or try to read out the fragrance notes in every single cologne, because there were some colognes that was I think it was one of the fallbacks, is that some of these cologne fragrances and their notes, however, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call them, I couldn't pronounce, and so I was spelling them out, stuttering them out. I mean, then that's a problem for me. I always tend to stutter in my videos. So I'm not going to do that this time. For this time around, I'm just going to like smell them, give you like a few words, a few description of what I smell on the cologne, on these women's perfumes. I'm not going to read out the whole, top notes, middle notes, base notes, blah blah blah. I'm just going to give you like, what does it smell like, and so, and some like small little words, descriptions, and so like that. So let's start with the first one now. When I tried to originally, way back when I tried to research and get into these women fragrances and see, again, break down what I like and then what I want my woman to wear, I did go through probably at least 15, if not 15 to 20, something around there, and trying to break down my best 5. And actually, I have 6 here, so the 5 plus 1. But anyway, the original plan was to get the original bottle, because that was one thing I thought that women's fragrances and their bottles, they just seem to be more appealing to the eye. They seem to be more, just jazzed up. It just look better than men's bottles. And now I think differently, because some men's fragrances have pretty cool bottles, like Spice Bomb Extreme and things like that. So, but when I first got them, yes, I was trying to find. So I was trying to find the smallest amount that I could find with the bottle. But then as I started to go along and as I got further down into the list, I was like, I'm not going to wear these myself. There's no reason to get this much cologne, this much of the women's perfume. So I just started to get the very small amounts, and so that's what this is. So I'm going to start with these smaller amounts, and then we're going to go up. Uh, as I get a little bit bigger and bigger amounts of the bottles that I actually did buy, and some, like I said, I just got testers and really small samples. So, all right, we're gonna start with this first one. This is again, this is a tester. Now, I'm not sure if you can see what it says on here. This is Frederic Malle, Portrait of a Lady, and this is probably the most expensive. I mean, not this bottle. This is only a tester, and I'll give you the prices in a few moments. But this is probably the most expensive one here on the list. This smells like rose. This is a pure rose. So, let's see here on my notes here. Frederic Malle, Portrait of a Lady. The only place I can find it is bloomingdales.com. You can get it a 1.7 ounce bottle for $295. And then if you want the 3.4 ounce bottle, like I said, it starts to get a little pricey, $470. So, most expensive cologne is, I've probably spent that much on in my collection, on probably just one in my collection. I probably have. But, as of now, I mean, I would have to have been dating my girl for a couple of months, and, we'd have to have really clicked and all that stuff for me to invest that much money in a perfume for her. So, this would probably be like, dating for at least 6 months type of a birthday or Christmas kind of a present, you know what I mean? So, very nice. Rose, beyond what roses smell like, what I put here in my notes is that, since it's a rose fragrance, and it's funny how sometimes we describe fragrances, sometimes we don't exactly describe them as smelling, but this is just a beautiful rose scent that I just thought of Kate Winslet and her role as Titanic, and that very juicy, sexy scene, with her and Leonardo DiCaprio, where she, derobes. Again, I'm not going. I'll try not to draw too much attention to that, as I'm still respecting her and all that stuff, to show some respect in that case. But it's just a very beautiful fragrance. Again, once if I this would have to be again, this is a very expensive fragrance, so this would have to be a very expensive gift, birthday, Christmas, something like that, or anniversary, something like that, and I'd have to be dating my girl for at least 6 months. So that's that. That's the first one, and we're gonna move on to the second one. Okay, moving on to the second fragrance that I would like my woman to wear if I had one. This is again another tester, another very small bottle. This is Dior Poison Girl, the EDP version. I really like this. This is very mysterious, very dark. I mean, I just oof. This can make you. Can make you lose control. Would probably make me lose control. So this would probably be like more intimate settings. I'd want my girl to wear this. Ah, it's very good. Right, that's right from the bottle. Let's see. I sprayed it here onto this paper. It's been there for a while, so it's very good. It's really can't put what it smells like, but it's very dark, very sexy. Again, that's what I wouldn't want a woman to wear in those romantic settings. So it's very good. That's my second favorite one. So those are the two keepers so far that we have, and I really like that. So Trying to keep this video not so short. That's another thing with my past videos is that I tend to ramble, tend to stutter. So trying to stay on point and just keep this video kind of short and simple and sweet. So moving on to number 3. Okay, everybody, and my fellow fragrance lovers, this is number 3. This would probably actually be the honorable mention in number 6, because I think I added this later. It was still, uh, I still had it. It was still there after I'd reviewed it way back when, and I was just smelling them again, and this one smelled so good that I had to add it to the 5. So 5 plus 1. But this is the honorable mention. This is Carolina Herrera, Good Girl, and so and it. I said when I said earlier about trying to get the bottles for all the different women's perfumes. This is a very unique bottle. It's in one of them like high heel bottles, and I have been at the department store and seen it as a tester and been able to pull the I don't know what you call that the high heel portion, a little stick that has that's in the back. I was able to click that onto a card or something like that, so I could smell it. This is very very good. I would say this is probably like an everyday fragrance. A woman who probably could wear this to work or something like that. Let's see. So my other notes on my notes here. Carolina Herrera. Did I tell you where you can get Poison Girl? Going back. Sorry, Fred. Let's go back for a second. Dior Poison Girl, the EDP version, can be found on FragranceNet.com. $139 for a 3.4 ounce bottle. I can't remember if I told you that or not at the last clip or not, but there it is. Okay, now moving back to Carolina Herrera. Again, this Good Girl can be found on FragranceNet.com. If you want, you can spend $156.99 for a 1.7 ounce bottle, or you can spend the $219.99 for a 3.4 ounce bottle. Again, that's FragranceNet.com. Very good. Again, this is probably like more professional, I would say. Oh wow, I can't believe I've used that much. Can you see that? Wow, I've actually smelled it that much and tested it that much. But this is very good, very sexy. So like I said, this would definitely be for women. This would definitely be a catcher, head turner if you go wear this to work. But it's still professional that you can wear to work. So that's that one. Again, this is probably the honorable mention, number 6, instead of the third place. All right, so let's keep moving on. Keep this short, simple, and sweet. Okay, everyone. Moving right along. This is going to be number 3 on my top 5 women's fragrances. This is Gucci Bloom, and I'm telling you, this is awesome. I love this fragrance so much. Story to tell you is that in one of my last jobs, I was like walking on the floor, and a female colleague passed. She was wearing this, and I'm telling you, man, this captivated me, and not exactly a funny part of the story, but it just made me loosen my tongue a little bit, if you know what I mean. And I started what I told myself I would not do at at a job anymore, because I had just decided to not mix work and my personal life. So I told myself not to, but this started making me loosen my tongue a little bit, and I did get in trouble. Luckily, I did not get fired, but over this and the woman that was wearing this, and I'm telling you, she was a pretty impressive girl herself, but she was younger. She was like 10 or 11 years younger than I was. So, but anyway, let's move on to the fragrance itself. This is the box. This is these last 3 are actually going to be in bottles. as you can tell, this is a female fragrance because there's a pink bottle here, Gucci Bloom. And then I'd say of all of them, this is probably the except, I mean, I can't judge on the three I just showed you that they're in the small sizes. The one I showed you before, but this one, this is probably the least impressive bottle. You know, it does what it's supposed to do. You know, it holds the fragrance in there and all that stuff. It actually is a pretty good bottle. You know, the cap takes a little elbow grease to get off. You know, actually that's pretty good. Um, keeping protecting the fragrance inside the bottle with a nice cap. Air being one of the enemies of fragrance. You know, that's why it comes with a cap. So to keep the air out and keeping it from getting diluted. You know, like a soda that you open up from a can and then come back to, you know, leave it there and come back the very next day, and it's the flavor, the fizz has gone down, carbonation has gone down. You know, so that's why we have a cap on perfume. But oh my gosh, this is very good. I love this cologne. I would say this is probably my favorite of all these ones. I just love this fragrance so much. I can't find the nozzle here. I think that's it right there. I'll spray some in the box. Yeah. Oh, wow, this is so good. Flowery. It's very floral. It's a flowery fragrance. They're not exactly like the Portrait of a Lady that's rose, but this is like a tropical flower fragrance. Wow! I'm telling. This would make any man lose his tongue. I think this is so good. I mean, just like the box that has all these flowers on the front of it. You know, it's just what you would think on a early spring day, for fresh spring day, where winter is just dying, and then all the new blooms are coming out, and you're walking around, the sun's out, and all that stuff. That's just what it smells like. It's just what it is. It is it's very good fragrance. And what's easy is you can find this one, pretty much anywhere. What's that cologne store? It might come to me, and I might be able to tell. Might come back to my head, and if it does, I'll shout out. But Sapporo, that's it. The Macy's and any kind of department store, you should be able to find this. I believe it's on fragrancenet.com. Is that what I have here? I have it here on my notes. So fragrancenet.com, if you want a travel spray, which would be the size of Carolina Herrera, that's about your travel spray size right there. But yeah, this is from FragranceNet. So did you see? Yeah, there it is. FragranceNet. Oh, upside down. My bad. So FragranceNet, this is the travel bottle. You're going to get the size travel bottle that you're going to get. This is Carolina Herrera in this one, obviously, but so that when I say travel spray, that's what that's what you're going to get. That's going to cost you $24.99, and then if you want to get the 1.6 ounce bottle, that's $111.99, and then if you want to go higher and get the 3.3 ounce bottle, that's $149.99. So. But this is a very good one. I mean, this is a no-brainer for the ladies, and if you were my girl, I'd want you to wear this almost every single day, all the time. This is probably the only thing that I'd let you wear. This Gucci Bloom right here, so good. All right, so we got two left. The Portrait of a Lady, the Poison Girl, and this is number 3. The Carolina Herrera Good Girl was an honorable mention. Sorry, so we're going to move on to these last two. And so 4 and 5, even though I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's really not, they're not one being the best, five being the worst. This is not that. These are all good. These are all what I'd want my lady to wear if I had one. So anyways, we got two left. Let's do this. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, moving on. This is number 4 in my top 5 women's fragrances that I'd want my lady to wear. When I was doing my research and narrowing them down and getting the top women's fragrances and narrowing it down to my top 5, this was a new discovery. This is Diesel Loverdoss Red Kiss, and I really like the bottle. Again, what I've been trying to tell you is that when I originally was going to look at the women's fragrances, because their bottles always look so cool. I mean, they just look so different from the men's bottles that are just basically just like I showed you the Gucci Bloom bottle. They're just square rectangle bottles. That's what men's typically are. But again, that's not always the case. You got Spice Bomb that are in that grenade like type of bottle. So it's not always the case. But this bottle is very unique for this Loverdoss Red Kiss. It's in a heart. I think it's just very cool. It's very unique. Ooh, it's very good. Let's see. What does it smell like? Let's see. Spray it here. Find the nozzle. Wow. I don't know. They're just very good. These are all just wow. I just love all of these fragrances. Ugh. My girl, where are you at? So I can have you wear these. This is a 50 ml bottle right here. So this is not the biggest. I think on FragranceNut.com this is the only size though. Let me see. Where did I find it? Actually, I couldn't find it. It's not available right now on FragranceNut.com. I went onto the Diesel website itself. It's unavailable. I was not able to find it anywhere. So I can't give you the price or anything else, but I think it said the Portrait of a Lady was the most expensive one. You're probably going to be looking between $50 and $100 for this, but it's a great buy for any woman out there. And again, this would probably be a nice those private, intimate moments kind of a fragrance here. Sometimes you just can't describe something. It smells so good, and so yeah. Whew. Moving on to the last one, which was actually that was another surprise find when I was going through these women's fragrances and narrowing it down to 5 plus 1. So anyway, we'll do the last one coming right up. Okay, guys, here we are. We're on the last one. And despite my trying to keep it short, simple, and sweet, this is actually turning out to be a long video. Maybe the video is not as long as the first time I tried to do this, but editing it and putting it all together, making it a at least watchable watchable video is it's actually taking some time. So without taking any more time, let's do this this last one. This is called Reb'l Fleur by Rihanna, as I believe is how you pronounce it. Rihanna. I'm gonna say Rihanna because it's an R-I. So this is actually one of the bottles. This is a 1.7 ounce bottle, so this is gonna be a smaller one, but it's the same bottle for a 3.3 ounce bottle, or the next size up, whichever one that might be 3.3, 3.4, something like that. So this is very unique. This bottle here is kind of like a cone shaped bottle with not like the little gold thing up here on top around the cap. And again, these are nice caps. All these ones that are on the Gucci Bloom, the Loverdoss Red Kiss, and the Rihanna here. They're all good caps. Take a little oomph to get off. And this one right here, I can tell you right again because it really struck me when I first smelled this one. This is like sweet red berries, very nice. Oh wow, very nice. I mean, all these six here are great. I would any one of these. The women take their pick. My woman take their pick, and I'm telling you, take her pick, and I'm telling you that I would be beyond happy. In any of her wearing any of these, and obviously I would be not let her wear anything else. The Gucci Bloom is probably the best of all these, and very affordable and very findable. You can find it almost anywhere. All these other ones, well, the Carolina Herrera you can get at pretty much any department store as well. I It's hard for me to find the Dior Poison Girl EDP version in department stores, so you'll probably have to purchase that one online. Probably the easiest way to find it. Uh, Again, the I haven't seen it anywhere. Portrait of a Lady. I haven't seen it anywhere in any kind of department store. So we'd have to get that one online, definitely. And see, and the Loverdoss Red Kiss. Again, I haven't really seen in department stores. So you might have to do that one online as well. Whenever it becomes available, and wherever. Cause I was able to find it on. I think I was able to find it on fragrancenut.com, but it's not there right now. It's not unavailable, and you can't get the price when it's not available. So it's very hard to rank these. Let me see. Uh, I would have to say, even though it is very good, Rose, and this is the best rose out there, according to one of the fragrance critics I listened to. Uh, Portrait of a Lady. I'd have to put this at number 5 because of the price. It's really pricey. Now I've seen it on certain websites that kind of like separate into smaller vials. You can get a vial that is like a 9 milliliter bottle or a vial. Uh, they separate it out. They make it into smaller doses, and that price you get a good amount, and those prices are affordable, and I could see doing that and gifting my woman with that pretty regularly. But the big bottle, I mean, what did I say? What did I say it was? It was if you want a 3.4 ounce bottle, which is I guess the standard size, spending almost $500, $470. Wow, you really love your girl, uh, that much. But beyond that, I really cannot. It's hard to rank these. Uh, Probably because of how probably the least standing out version or perfume. It doesn't jump out at me, even though it's very good. It doesn't jump out at me that much. Again, I said this is probably an everyday office fragrance for ladies. So the Carolina Herrera Good Girl. I'd have to put this at number 4. And then oh wait, this is the honorable mention. So no, uh, I'd have to I'd put this one. This is the honorable mention, so that's going to be in 6th place no matter what. Now, but Dior Poison Girl EDP version, just because I can't find it very regularly. That's the reason I can't. I'd have to put it in the 4th spot, is because I can't find it regularly to gift somebody. You have to get it on the website, or a different kind of fragrance website, to be able to find it. But yeah, so would be number 4. Uh, I guess I put Loverdoss Red Kiss at number 3. And then I would put Reb'l Floor at number 2. And then I would, again, Gucci Bloom wins as number 1. You know, if my woman wore this every day, I'd be so happy. And, you know, it would just captivate me, hold me spellbound whenever she wore this. You know, in the intimate settings or in everyday settings. So the Gucci Bloom is probably my favorite one. But any of these 6 would be great for my woman to wear. So anyway, I thank you all for watching. I hope I did this one did it better this time. This you know, women's fragrances. Back in my old channel before I lost everything. I don't know how I lost everything. I really don't. I don't know if I changed my email or I think YouTube has been putting stricter measures on their videos and all that stuff. So, and I'm really, my channel is not really a channel at all. It's just I'm just kind of doing this to do it and to you know, something to do, and also because, you know, I'm a consumer. I'm a customer. These are very practical reviews. You know, this is something from somebody that actually uses them. I'm not paid to sponsor a certain fragrance. I'm not paid to say a certain thing or not say a certain thing about something. So this is a very practical kind of video for any kind of perfume, cologne that, you know, a woman out there would want to buy, a man would want to buy their girl. You know, so that's pretty much why I'm doing this. And like I said, I only got 2 subscribers. You know, and I've always dreamed about having those plaques in the background, like I see for some YouTubers that have. I think it's so funny. I'll just mention this as a side note, and I'll try not to get too distracted. But just on the channel I've been watching called Yee Life, has nothing to do with colognes or perfumes. It's a gun. They review guns and all that other stuff, which is another passion of mine. But anyway, they take those plaques. I've seen those videos where they've taken the plaques and they say they take stuff. They take anything and they shoot it with guns. They've taken basketballs. They've taken cement. They've taken marble. They've taken trees. They've taken a flagpole. They've taken, you know, all sorts of things. So they've taken the plaques that YouTube sends out once you reach a certain number in subscribers, and they've shot those to see how durable what's their title. The pretty common the common title of each you know, how many watts will it take to stop a 50 cal. So, you know, they shoot it. They usually start low with a 22 small round, and then they, you know, move up to the 50 caliber bullet, and, you know, and they just shoot it, and it is just so cool. I mean, they took the platinum plaque they use and they just shot it. You know, but I would still, you know, that's kind of always been a side dream. You know, I just wish I could make videos that would attract people more. But anyway, one of the things that I've always done is always getting sidetracked. So the video is over. You got my review, and before I get off track again, you know, I'm just going to stop it. I got some more videos coming. Again, these are the women's fragrances, so I'm going to find some way to review the fragrances in my collection. The ones that I have in my collection. What did I say? 22 or 23 fragrances in my collection. So it's going to take a while to take me. I just got to figure out how to, because I can't feature them all in the same video. It would take it would take a very long time. So I think 5 at a time would work until I get to the end. That'll have to be a separate video in by itself. And then I'm probably not going to separate them out by cold weather and warm weather fragrance separate videos. I'm just going to feature them, and then when I get to something as I'll say, well, this is what I would wear during the warm weather. This is something that I would wear during the cold weather, or something like that. Um, and like I said, here the weather here in Kentucky is very, it's off the rails. It's a roller coaster. You never know what it's going to be. It can be You can be in a bathing suit and tank top one day, and then you can be in and heavy pants, uh, and snowshoes and heavy jacket and a beanie, or whatever you want to call it, to cover your ears the next day. It's off the rails here, and that's what I don't like about Kentucky. But anyway, I keep going off point. So it is 4:04, and this clip of this video has just reached 12 minutes. So I'm going to shut up now. Thank you for watching. It's been floating around a few clips here. So if you want to like this video, comment down below. If you like this video, if you've learned anything, if this has given you any ideas for, well, if you're a woman, for you, if you're a woman viewer, and for you, if you're a man viewer, and if you want to, he was like, oh, this might be a good idea to get my girlfriend, comment that down below. I'd very much appreciate it. Again, thank you, shout out for who was the guy that recently subscribed to my channel. So I can find him right quick. Come on. No. Come on. Sorry, bear with me. I'm getting close to it. I know it's around here somewhere. Was it down / Monday or something like that? Let me see here. Come on. I know it's here somewhere. Here we go. King down / Monday. So shout out to him, because he actually commented. He actually did what I asked and actually commented on one of my videos. So thank you for that. Anybody else that would like to like, comment, would be very good. And also, King Monday, subscribe. So please like, comment, subscribe, all three. So any type of video. I don't really have a theme. That's probably another one of my problems, is that I don't have one single theme. I pretty much just likes just what I like to do. My hobbies, my interests, and stuff like that, which vary from something like fragrances to guns, which you've seen too. Oh, another one too is that I recently got a rifle, which I have a few gun reviews on here of ones that I've just recently purchased. So I recently purchased a rifle, and but I want to test. Because one of the things I said in one of those videos is that the ammo that I was using was causing both the pistol that I had, the 22 pistol, and the rifle to act weird. So I want to test some new ammo first, and then I'll get a review of that rifle up too. So, okay, I got all the boxes checked. I think like, comment, subscribe. What's coming up next, and blah 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 blah. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate you watching. Have a good day.